subscribing to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, can I get you to do me a quick favor? Yes, you. Stop right now and when I get through clowning, we can get into this next topic, right? Listen, I know a few of you was like, I missed the subscribe dance. I missed the subscribe dance. Sis had to retire that joker. When I say life has been lifing, things have been happening, so much has been going on. I had to retire that dance. I was just doing enough to create content, okay? Bienvenida, and wahing. I hope each and every one of you feels welcome. Listen, it is Destiny back. We're going to hop into the next topic, which is, by the way, why do you, why, if you do, why do people make people mad, then want to be all over them about how they reacted? What is that? Why are we doing that? How are we mad? How are we mad that people react to how we've treated them? How have we mistreated somebody? Treated them poorly. Forget poorly, that sounds too nice. We've treated them bad, horrific, horrible, terribly. And then we sit back and call them all types of crazy because they tearing up stuff. We call them unstable because they're yelling and screaming. We call them weird and strange and need anger management because we done pushed every button they have. Found some they didn't know they had. Like, why do people do that? Why? It's not cute. It ain't fun, nor is it funny. It's manipulation. It's that thing that a lot of narcissists do. It's just weird. It's weird behavior. Have you had that happen to you where someone just tear you up and down with words, meanness, nastiness, just rip you to pieces, as they say, rip you a new one. And you can sit pretty, you can sit nice, you can sit calm, you can sit kind, and take it and ignore them, and okay, whatever, blow them off, and then finally, they hit like that juggler, and you're like, that's it, no more, we're not doing that, and you just go in. I've definitely had it happen to me. And if you know anything about me, I'm very kind. I'm very laid back, but I'm also a little firecracker. My stature is very small, right? They always say small things come, or as they say, big things come in small packages. I guess it's true to be of a smaller stature in person, and you kind of feel like you go through life defending yourself and standing up for yourself because everybody think, oh, you're small, oh, you're short, or oh, you're whatever, and they could. You have to have this not me type of demeanor and personality. And it's funny that some people get it and other people think, oh, you just think you bad. You just have too much mouth. You have too much attitude. Baby, you have to in this big old world and you're a little person. You better. Not technically a little person. There are people in this world that are little people by way of how they were born. I'm not that. But again, I'm a smaller stature person. I'm short. So, it's just weird behavior that people think they can poke the bear. Leave the bear alone. You don't want nobody to strike back. Just like a snake. When you see a snake, you do not want that joker to slither, rise up, hiss, and strike you. Guess what you do? You leave it alone. You don't want a big old bear that look like he got too much weight on him to move. But if you've heard anything about bears, they can move. They can put some stuff down. They can cover some ground running. You don't want that bear to come and get a hold of you and maul, strike, kill you, eat you. So you leave the bear alone. Those of us who have sense. It's the same with people. Leave people the hell alone. Leave them alone. Because people aren't snakes, literally, or bears, physically. We can't be. So y'all, my card cut off. I had to go and delete some stuff off of my card, and I had to come back, and we're gonna pick up where we left off at. Here's the catch. If sis don't remember exactly where she was at, y'all give me grace, but I think I know. I was saying, we're all humans, right? I think that's what I was saying. Oh, and I forgot, I have my readers on. Yeah, I had to do some technical work. I had to work on some stuff, so let's pop these back off. But listen, I was wondering why I was seeing myself so clearly. Like, why am I so crisp? Looking all spiffy. No, really, I'm not. I'm just a little thrown together, not a lot. But anyway, I was saying before the card cut off and I had to go dump some content, clear my card. I could have just popped my second card in, but I like to keep stuff on the same card so I don't get confused. Anywho, listen. I was saying we're all humans, right? We can't be a snake. We can't be a bear. We just can't be, right? So I think the point I was making again before the card cut off is those things that we know could attack and harm, hurt us, we don't mess with. People could be just as violent. You know, I'm doing batch content creating today, and I've done several topics. I talked about all these deaths we've seen this year. I've talked about natural death. I've talked about babies dying and what was their purpose to be born. I've talked about a lot about death. I don't really want to incorporate death in this conversation, but let's. For the simple fact, it's reality. You could poke a bear, a person, keep poking and poking and pushing their buttons. And everybody don't take things lightly. Some people will take it, some people won't. Some people get angry, cry, scream, yell, strike out at you physically, slap you, punch you, fight you, beat you down, burn down your house, vandalize your car. Some people will take your whole life. Some people will just go as far as have you in a chokehold. Just put you in a little bit of chokehold, whether it's physically or hem you up. Where their reaction means you don't really know what to do with how they reacted. Some people will take you all the way out of here. So I say, what's the point and the purpose? This probably should be a little bit of my mental health Monday video, right? Topics. Because it does. You poke the bear. Like you want the bear to attack you, but then when they do, you don't understand. You mess with the snake, and then when it strikes and hissing and do its thing, you don't understand. Oh my gosh, the snake, all this venom, this poisonous venom, you messed with it. People are the same way. Why are we walking around here messing with people? Because they're not a snake, really? They're not a bear, really? But we know the same type of hurt, harm, and danger they could cause to us. So I just say, mind your business. Stop bothering people. Stop doing things to people and then turn around and try to play victim like you don't know why they're reacting. You never tell your side of the story. They crazy. Let me tell you what they did to me. Really, this story has a beginning, and it didn't start with what they did to you. Because again, if they did something to you, there was no other beginning. They just did it. You need to have them locked away into an insane asylum, right? Something's wrong. They just woke up and snapped on you. No reason. Come on, what did you do? What did you say? How long had you been poking? How long had you been bothering and bothering them? So I really just encourage, if you know anybody that's in those types of situations, have conversations with people if you can. Help them out a little bit. But trying to do things to people intentionally and then cry victim, like you don't know why they're responding or reacting that way. It's like, no, that's not cool. That's not okay. It's not. And this is a broad topic because I could be talking about somebody that's struggling in a relationship. I could be sitting here talking to a whole lot of manipulator. You act like you don't know no better, so you're probably going to keep the same behavior up. I could be sitting here talking about a whole lot of narcissists. We know y'all trouble. Y'all, ooh, baby, y'all trouble. With the capital T. And I still pray one day that somebody figures out. My ice maker just almost scared the daylights out of me. But we know it's ice dropping. I pray, God, one day somebody figure out how to help them. Like, that's some dangerous stuff. That is some dangerous stuff to be a manipulator and a narcissist. And I know people say we throw that word around. I ain't talking about throwing that word around. I'm talking about for real, truly those people that suffer with those characteristics, that suffer with those narcissistic, that suffers with those demonic things about manipulators and narcissists. That's a real thing. Everybody in the world, of course, aren't. Some people say we all have manipulative ways and narcissistic ways. That's different. I ain't talking about the ways. I'm talking about you are who you truly are. I can act like a snake. I'm truly not a snake. It's a difference. So I just take away, if you are those people, it's not, I mean, no one that's a manipulator is going to go to therapy and say, I want to stop manipulating people. I want to start being a narcissist. I just don't see that happening. But if you are a person that you know you constantly bother somebody to get a reaction so you can sit back and laugh, you need to seek something. I don't know what it is. Help, prayer, a knock upside the head, something. Just stop. It's not cute. It's not kind. It's not nice. Narcissistic people, it's the same. Like, who's going to raise their hand and say, it's not like, what is it, AA? I'm an alcoholic. Hey, my name is Destiny. I'm an alcoholic. And let me stop saying it for somebody to think I'm declaring that in my video. Scratch that. Seriously. Listen, I'm going to hop off this topic. Have you had that situation? How did you navigate it? How did you deal with somebody that was manipulating you, that was a narcissistic person, like really? Not that you thought it, you felt it, you sensed it, someone else told you they were, you knew for a fact that's what you were dealing with. How do you get out of that? I think it's a blessing in disguise when people get out of those situations. And most times you don't know you're in it, you don't know how long you've been in it, you don't recognize it, you don't identify with it, so you don't really know what it is, you don't know how to get out. But when you do, baby, glory, when you do, yeah, drop down in the comments if y'all have any advice, any tips for anyone that might be suffering, dealing with that, how they can get out. I could tell you 1,000 different ways, but y'all listen to me all the time. Maybe a fresh set of tips might help someone. I'm just quick to just shut things down and cut it off. I don't have a lot of fluff, and this and that. Unless you're in a dangerous situation and you need to safely get out, then you may have to fluff, skirt around, skate backwards, do the backwards skate, skate backwards. You might have to hop to the right, skip to the left. I don't know what you might have to do, but you might have to do some things differently to get out of a situation that's dangerous. Otherwise, please don't be the person that always poking on somebody and then, oh my God, why are you acting like that? What did I do to you? It wasn't that serious. Don't do that. Be kind. Be nice. Those are my takeaways. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like the video. Share the video. Tell somebody about the video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Keep watching. I will see you all next time.